Hey, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. If you are an owner or a manager of a real estate brokerage or any type of brokerage, because this may cross pollinate in terms of ideas, I'm going to tell you what I believe is going to be a critical strategy going forward in 2022 with real estate marketing, particularly with co branding. Okay, well, I accidentally hit the end of my intro there. So it's the power of live video. So I want to talk to you about what I believe is going to be the strategy moving forward in real estate to grow the brand. And it's a co branding strategy. Now, who am I? My name is Edwin Dearborn. I've authored a few books. I've worked with realtors for over a decade. And now I am a CMO of a agency, Skymark Real Estate in Beverly Hills, California. So although I reside here in the Las Vegas area, I am very active with our company in generating new leads, brand exposure, and ultimately buyers and listings and all the other stuff that goes along with real estate. My job is to build the brand. Now, there is a mistake that realtors make and that brokerages make. And there's an opportunity for both of them to come together and fix this mistake. Now, according to NAR, National Association of Realtors, something like 87% of realtors fail within their first 5 years. 87%. Can you imagine if we had an 87% failure rate with pilots or teachers? That would not be good. But those are the statistics. And of the 13% that make it, how many are truly flourishing? Now, based on conversations with multiple brokerage owners and realtors, I would say that maybe 5% at best of the realtors who are active are truly crushing it. So we've got this high turnover rate. We've got most realtors not crushing it. What's the sweet spot? What's the fix? Well, here's the mistake that I see that's being made. There's a heavy reliance by the realtor that the brokerage is going to do all the branding and marketing for them. And somehow this magical brand pixie dust is going to sprinkle upon them and it's going to grow their sales. We know that's not true. And then the brokerage has kind of gotten the mindset of like, well, we're just going to build our brand because that's what we can rely on. And we understand that a lot of realtors don't make it. We'll help them as best as we can. We'll teach them some stuff. We'll encourage them to go to, various conferences, read books, and that's the best we can do. Okay. And we'll just have to keep recruiting. Now, there's truth that the brokerage needs to build their brand. Absolutely. And there's so much more that they could be doing to do that, particularly with content marketing to really offer educational type information to the marketplace. And it is also true that the realtors need to also learn how to build their personal brand as a realtor with content marketing. So my partner and I decided to come up with an idea. Okay, what is the organizational pattern? And the organizational pattern is not something I want to discuss right now. It is complex. There's got a lot of moving parts. It's got systems all the way from advertising, CRMs, virtual assistants, call appointments. We're putting together a whole organization. But here's where the two meet to help each other succeed. The real estate brokerage needs to build its brand and its own sale funnels and its CRMs, independent of whatever the agents do. And all the agents know is that their calendar is being filled with appointments. The brokerage is putting in the systems. It does not rely on agents to build systems. It does not rely on agents to manage a CRM. It does not depend upon real estate agents understanding Facebook ads or even expecting them to spend money on it. I find that most real estate agents are very bad business people. They're very bad business people. They may be great salespeople, but they're definitely not business people. And now here you are, a business person as a brokerage owner, depending on non-business people to develop business for you. That's the crux of the matter. They're not into business development. What their agent should be doing is building their own personal brand with whatever resources they can, while the agency is pumping their funnel, particularly those who can close, right? We want to give the Glengarry leads as if it would, from the famous movie, we want to give those to the closers. So you have the brokerage building its brand through advertising, good content. Hopefully, the owner of the brokerage is out in front building the brand, like an Elon Musk or a Sir Richard Branson. They're putting out content, press releases, podcasts, vlogs, blogs, the whole 9 yards. They're out there really leveraging the power of digital media, social media, SEO, and all the other incredible tools that allow one to get discovered in the era that we live in. But also, can you imagine concurrently, while the agency is building the brand, they bring on someone like myself or a coach or a trainer to help the individual agent understand and how to build their personal brand, which also leads people down into the sales funnel. Meaning, what I am planning on doing is that the agent, independent of whatever we're doing with CRMs and ads and content marketing by the CEO, everything that we're doing, we're not relying on them. But yet, in a co-branding effort, we're also inspiring them to go, hey, which social media channel, which networking tactic or opportunity could you leverage that you're willing to leverage, period. And that's the key unlock right there. What is the willingness level? What are they willing to do to build their personal brand? See, I can suggest to agents all day long, and I've done this. I've spoken publicly to agents, and I've given them a list of all these ideas. But the first barrier to implementing these ideas is their willingness to do it. It's not even their capability to do it. That's not the barrier. That may be a second or third barrier. But if you're not willing to do something, it doesn't matter how high your IQ is. It doesn't matter how skilled you are. The willingness factor kills or brings to life all things. So what I do with an agent is I say, what is the social media you're willing to do? Are you willing to do a podcast? Are you willing to do Instagram Reels? Are you willing to be on LinkedIn? Are you willing to do Facebook Lives? Tell me where you are willing to go and flourish. What is the type of content that you're willing to do? Maybe it's cold calling. Maybe it's going to networking events throughout their region. Maybe it's door knocking. It doesn't matter. What I've got to do for that agent to build the brand is narrow down for them and personalize their personal branding option. Now, get that. That's why it's called personal branding. How am I going to build their personal brand if I don't find their personal strategy that they're willing to do personally? And that's the key right there. So now we have two brands being built, coming together ultimately and hopefully into the same sales funnel to the same agent. So co-branding funnel number one. The brokerage itself is engaged in marketing, advertising. It's sending those leads to a landing page. People are filling out their form. You've got a team of people, ISAs or virtual assistants, that then call those leads immediately and call them over and over and over again until they pick up or tell you to opt out. They email them great content, updated reports, opportunities to buy and invest, etc. They just stay in front of that lead through text, through bots, through retargeting, through everything that is available, all with setting appointments and getting those agents to do great presentations and hopefully get a contract and ultimately sell the home. While that is occurring, concurrently, the brand is also teaching their agents how to build their personal brand that aligns with their personal willingness, their flair, their personality, and their capabilities. So I'll give you an example. So at Skymark, we're going to set up and are setting up advertising, CRMs, virtual assistants, call forwarding from the virtual assistants, all that technology, content marketing, press releases, podcasts, blogs, all going forward. And we are not, and it has zero dependency on what the agent themselves is doing. But number two, we also see an opportunity in social media to get the agent. See, the agent can't be fully dependent on agency, and the agency in turn cannot be fully dependent upon the agent. There's a symbiotic relationship in co-branding, and when both flourish, that is a force multiplier that so few agencies and agents are leveraging. And that is our 2022 and forward marketing strategy at Skymark. I'm telling you this now because I believe that if you fully geek out on this idea, you fully understand, and then can replicate it, that's the key, actually execute on it, there is going to be a growth factor that no other real estate agency that I've met, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, it probably does, but I've talked to a lot of them and no one's really tweaked on this co-branding opportunity. I hope you find value in this. I believe that this is the route going forward from everything that I've studied, and I wish you a good day. Bye-bye.